Hello, San Angelo. I'm James Bellini.
And I'm Tessa Koskovich.
We have two great interviews for you today, one with Jeff and Evangeline with the Alzheimer's Association West Texas Division, and then we went out to the Concho Valley Dragway and spoke with Mark Winger.
They are adding a motocross track out there and are working on a concert stage at the moment.
And we'll get into those two interviews after these messages from Jim Bass and Carpetech.
Save big on new and used cars and trucks at BassBunch.com.
When anyone needs a new car or truck, where do they go?
That's easy, BassBunch.com.
What? It's BassBunch.com.
Everybody knows BassBunch.com.
BassBunch.com. Did I hear right?
There is only one place, BassBunch.com.
If you want to save a bunch of money, the only place to shop is BassBunch.com.
My name is Cade Simmons. I'm the site manager here in San Angelo. What matters to our customers, I believe, is what we say is CT quality, CT experience, just making sure their needs are met, taking care of their home like it was ours. You just have to keep thinking of, it's never the wrong time to do the right thing. So just making sure you're taking care of what needs to be taken care of, and just knowing that they can rely on us, I think, matters to them a lot.
Hey y'all, it's Tessa. I'm here with Evangeline and Jeff from the Alzheimer's Association West Texas chapter. Tell us a little bit about how you guys got started.
Yeah, so I've been with the Alzheimer's Association for about 6 years as the executive walk chair for San Angelo. Here recently I've been involved with the West Texas chapter as part of their advisory committee, and then I also sit on the National Advisory Committee for the Walk to End Alzheimer's, all under the Alzheimer's Association. So the Walk to End Alzheimer's has been in San Angelo for well over a decade. It's changed some names since the Alzheimer's Association took over a little over 10, 12 years ago. It used to be called the Memory Walk prior to that. But it's held in San Angelo every year. We're part of the West Texas chapter. So we have San Angelo, we have Odessa, Midland, Lubbock, El Paso. We go all the way up to the Panhandle into Amarillo. And so it's a pretty big chapter. We're one of the smaller walks here. But collectively, we raise well over $50,000 every year for our community, as well as national research for Alzheimer's.
Awesome, and it's a complete nonprofit.
Yeah, we're a 501c3, so every donation that we get, every event that we hold is all completely tax deductible for the nonprofit.
What got you guys interested in being part of this nonprofit, and then do you guys know what started the chapter as a whole?
Yeah, so like I said, it was well over a decade ago. It started as a memory walk. Back then, it was really a group of ladies that are still very much involved with the walk today. A lot of us that lead the walk or were a part of the walk work in healthcare. Majority of them work in hospice or nursing home care, where we see a predominantly population of Alzheimer's and dementia. And so they decided to raise money back then because it stayed more local. Now we do have some of it that does go to the National Association for research and treatment and advocacy that we're working on at a national level, but the majority of it still stays local, so that's the best thing about it. But that's why it started back then, was the ladies who worked in healthcare realized, hey, we have a community that's in need, especially long-term care. The cost of long-term care for nursing home care, private duties, anything like that is just costly.
It's just not cheap.
Yeah, so they thought, okay, we need to do something for our community, and it impacts so many people that they decided to have the memory walk. I joined because I too work in healthcare, so I've seen the impact that it has on families day in and day out, and felt like I needed to do a little bit more, something to give back to those families that I was so blessed to take care of.
Yeah, I started volunteering last year, and I was on the walk. I was the DJ. I didn't make the playlist, but I would like to say I was the DJ of it. And then this year, I'm actually raising money, doing some events, doing a raffle. But what got me initially started was that my mom's grandmother, she passed away from Alzheimer's, and that kind of put the interest of what is Alzheimer's, and I have ADHD, so different chemicals are similar, and so I think there needs to be more research done on Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, especially since it's a prevalent disease that is taking over a lot.
Is there a track to, or from ADHD to Alzheimer's?
From recent articles that I've read, they aren't sure. It could be a good it's an indicator kind of what is it?
Risk factor.
Yeah, risk factor. That's a better word. A risk factor. and stuff
That's
like
a little
that.
terrifying. What is the biggest event that you guys hold? Like, what's most successful for y'all?
So it's our annual walk, of course, which is September 27th this year at Kirby Park. It's family friendly. We always tell everybody to bring your kids, your dogs, your pets, pretty much everything. But we do that every year. Last year we had well over 400 individuals show up in our community.
Yeah, that was awesome.
What's really impactful about it, I think for me, we get so much help from the university. ASU is really heavily involved. But also a lot of our long-term care facilities that have memory care units or locked units for Alzheimer's dementia, they bring some of their residents. So if you've never met anybody with Alzheimer's or seen anybody physically declining from Alzheimer's or impacted, you see them there. So it kind of hits you with where it counts, per se, in the heart. So that way you see the impact of what your dollars that you're fundraising. And even if you can't fundraise or you can't donate, we always ask everybody to just come. Like, the powers of numbers speaks volume when it comes to capital and legislation when we're trying to advocate for more funding for research from the national level as well.
Right.
Seeing those numbers really speaks volumes as well.
Is it one of those things where people just show up, or do you sign up for it?
Yeah, you register. You can register online. It's act.alz.org. And then you'll search our zip code and it will pull up our walk. But additionally, you can show up the day of and register. You don't have to pre-register. And it's free, yeah.
It is
That's
free.
the best thing.
It's free.
Shit, we're going to cut this part out. I completely forgot what I was about to ask. Oh. How else do you guys get the word out? Like, is there a Facebook page people can follow, or...
Yeah, we have a Facebook page. It's the West Texas Alzheimer's Association or West Texas chapter. And then we have the San Angelo Walk to End Alzheimer's on Facebook.
Yeah, and then like all of the committee members, we try to have meetings every month or every, like, just more frequently as we get to the walk. But we all do something kind of differently. So like, I know that we're going to have like a bingo night and he'll give you dates on that. But right now I'm holding a raffle. So I got like the True Front Brothers, Mila Morez, Crystal Vineyards, a local esthetician, Victoria Vasquez, Corey DeAnda. They all donated certificates to hold this raffle. Yeah. So we just started it yesterday. The day before yesterday. So we're just like hoping to get that word out so we can like raise money for everything.
Oh, great.
And as well as like, I think it's a big emphasis that supporting local businesses is important because they support your community, and I'm really passionate about supporting local businesses, especially, I met you at Stanger.
Right,
you know what I mean?
At Stanger, yeah, we waitressed. Is the raffle something that's in person, or is it on your website?
So Evangeline's doing it virtually, so it's really awesome. So when you register for the Walk to End Alzheimer's, you download the app, and you get your own walk page. And your own walk page has its own URL. It's custom QR code that directly to it. So like if you're a family that lives, I don't know, in California, and you want them to donate, they can go to your website and donate to your walk page to San Angelo, and it counts towards your goal of fundraising. So it's a virtual raffle that we've put together, and she's launched, and she's like over $1,400 just about in this raffle that is giving away. So it's a good package, and she's doing a healthcare discount as well. So if you work for healthcare, if you're a first responder, you get a discount for the raffle tickets as well for the basket.
Yeah, but and there's like 3 tattoos in there. I personally, it would be sketchy if I put my name in there and then won, but I'm just saying there's a lot of good stuff in there.
So if you win and you want to share a tattoo, call her.
Right, you get 3 of them. Share a little.
But you can donate. It's all virtually done. So you just scan her QR code, and it directly goes to her goal of fundraising since she's put together the raffle basket.
Okay, awesome. Is there anything else you guys want to say, or... out there?
Yeah, the only thing I'd like to say is, thank you for having us today, of course.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
But I think it's really important to have our community support this cause. As a whole, Alzheimer's kills more than breast cancer and prostate cancer combined, and 1 in 3 individuals die of Alzheimer's over the age of 65. That was the most recent facts and figures from the association. So the fact that it's common, it's extremely common, and chances are somebody who has it or will have it. And so because of the funding dollars that we've gotten locally as well as nationally, we're able to do advanced treatments and medications here locally. Shannon has finally started recently doing IV infusions to our new FDA-approved medications for treatment. It doesn't cure Alzheimer's by any means, but it helps slow the progression. That's the goal. So because of the impact that our community has, locally, nationally, we're able to do these things that maybe buy some more time for families.
That is incredible that they're able to slow it down like that.
And I would say, like, one last thing that I would like to say is, obviously, thank you for having us. It means a lot. But it's just the community. I would put an emphasis on community coming together because we do make a lot of impact in numbers. So even just showing up, like he said, to the walk really does help. And just inviting friends, like, hey, come walk this walk. Let's go get our steps in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just it really does help in like the community sticking together and like supporting local businesses and supporting your local people who are actually going to support your kids' soccer games. Like, like, you know what I mean? So I really want to put an emphasis on like just coming and supporting. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. And
Thank you.
Y'all get out there to that walk and donate and do the raffle. Do what you can. Alzheimer's is scary, and it can. From what I understand, it's not necessarily genetic.
No,
it can be.
You could have like vascular dementia, for example. So if you have a stroke and you have some vascular changes, that can put you at risk of getting dementia later on in life. So it's not always genetically. Yes, there is a tie to genetics, but that's not always why you get it or how you get it.
It can happen to you guys. So just show up for the people while you can. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
no, absolutely.
100%.
Thank y'all so much for coming on.
No,
Thank you for having us, Tessa.
Perfect. Hey y'all, it's Tessa. I'm here with Mark at Concho Valley Dragway. Mark, tell us a little bit about what you're doing out here.
We're trying to get ready for the races tomorrow and Friday and Saturday. Got a no prep race coming on and getting the grass mowed and trying to keep up with everything. Made a few new improvements at the concession stand. And we are starting a new motorcycle track. I think it'll be pretty cool for San Angelo to be able to come out and ride their bikes, their kids, all the way up to their grandpas.
Right. What made you guys want to start the motocross track with the dragway already in place?
We have 1,000 acres out here, and my daughter Kaylin and her husband Justin, their son, my grandson, has rode bikes for the last few years. And they came up with the idea, so what about doing a motorcycle track out here? And I thought it'd be a great idea. Justin and his brother Jonathan Paxton have really, when y'all get some pictures down there, you'll really see a difference. It's going to be a badass track. I'm proud of them for what they're doing. I think it's going to go over. Family Power Sports has done numerous things for us out here at the racetrack. And I think they're going to be a big major sponsor of the motorcycle track. So I think it's a win-win situation for everything around here.
Great. Do you think that the motocross track is going to have as much traction as the dragway has had?
I think it's going to have as much or maybe even possibly more. We've been doing some drifting out here. We're trying to get the drifting clubs out here. We're trying to bring any kind of motorsports to San Angelo, anything that's fun and entertaining, and we're trying to do. We still are waiting on the plans for our stage. We're going to have some big country stars out here as soon as the stage is done. We've got the electricity done, the pads done. It's just a matter of getting the concrete and the steel done, and we're ready to go on it also.
That's going to be really fun out here. So you guys, we were talking about this right before the interview started. You guys are planning to build a stage and have full accommodations for concerts and things like that out here, and restrooms and everything?
Yes, we've got 16 restrooms right now. If we need to, we'll have 50 restrooms out here. Concession stands growing. Everything out here is, we started on a kind of a live and learn type deal. We'd never run a racetrack before, been around it, but when you're running concession stands and everything else, there's a lot to it, a lot more than you would think. So we've got almost a year under our belt since we ran our first race. We've learned a lot, and we're just improving on everything that we've done.
How often do you guys run your races out here? And is anybody allowed to join them, or is it semi-professionals only?
No, anybody comes out. We've been trying to get to the high schools so we can get the kids out, high schoolers to run their cars. You can bring your grandmother's car out here and race if you want. There's enough of us out here. Anybody out here, I'm sure that's a drag racer, will take the time to show anybody how to do this. Drag race community is one of a kind. Everybody is out here, I think, just to have fun and enjoy life, honestly. But we do, we're trying to race every 2 weeks. We do not schedule on top of any of the other racetracks. We try not to, but if it happens, you know, it's all we can do. But
Right. What kind of safety precautions do y'all take, if any, for the amateurs that come out here and just are racing the granny's cars?
we have EMTs on staff all the time. We have 2 of them. Safety, yeah, is number one. We are NHRA certified track. We have fire extinguishers every 80 feet. Pretty much everything that we can think of, you know, to help somebody get out of a mishap is what we try to do out here.
Awesome. And then you guys were talking about an upcoming drag race. Do you want to talk about that, or any more upcoming?
Yeah, we have, what is it called? Justin Harvey's putting on a race this weekend for San Angelo. I guess it's called Street Scene. I know it's street cars. You'll see some of the fastest street cars in West Texas out here, probably Friday and Saturday night. I believe Friday night they'll probably be testing a little bit. It will be no prep. Track will be slippery. The crowd loves when they get loose and all that. So should be a lot of action, a lot of fun.
So for those of us who don't know, including myself, what does no prep mean when it comes to the racetrack?
No prep racetrack is all we will do is go down and get the dirt off of it. And we'll probably take some water and wash it, you know, just like cleaning a floor, and that's all you get. No traction compound goes down, no dragging, no nothing. It's basically just like you're on the street racing your buddy, which it's a lot safer out here.
Oh, awesome. Is there any way that people can keep up with the upcoming events, like social media or a website or anything?
Yes, everything that we do is under Concho Valley Dragway on Facebook. If anybody knows how we can get it out there more, let us know, because I'm not too great on the computers and stuff, but I know my kids are.
Right. They should help you.
Yeah.
Get them out here working.
They've all my kids have put in 110% out here, so I think that's why it keeps growing. I'm getting older, and they're going faster than I can keep up with here lately.
That is awesome. Well, if there's anything else you want to say.
No, just tell your friends and family to come out. It is a lot of fun. I'm pretty entertaining. I do most of the announcing. We try to keep everything going all the time. We are building a 2-seat dragster. It'll probably run 150 miles an hour, and we're going to give rides in it. So it's in the construction phases. So nobody that can afford a race car will be able to ride with us in this car. And
that'll be really fun.
I don't think they'll let me drive, but
you'll get to announce it.
Yeah,
that's all right.
I'll get to announce it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mark.
Thank y'all for putting the time and effort to help us promote this.
Yes, sir, of course.
San Angelo Live, guys.
In news, a local woman has set up a fundraiser ahead of her brain surgery. Megan Gibble, a mother of 2, is scheduled to undergo a decompression surgery for a Chiari malformations on this upcoming Sunday. Go to the Arclight Bar and Grill located at 441 Rio Contra Drive, and 20% of all food sales will go directly to Megan.
The man who was wanted in connection with a string of bike and scooter thefts, Josh Bennett, has been arrested. Bennett was booked into the Tom Green County Jail this morning and is being held on $10,500 bond.
And we'll get into weather right after this message from Jay Chandler.
It's hard to believe how reckless some people can be and how hard they fight against real victims. You need a partner who consistently beats the giants and who will never, ever flinch.
Into weather, right now it's 90 degrees outside with a high of 93 and a low tonight around 64. Tomorrow the high is 98 and the low tomorrow night drops down to around 67.
Saturday and Sunday, both days will be in the upper 90s, and both nights have a 20% chance of storms. On Monday, it should be a clear and sunny day with a high around 98, and on Monday night, we have a 40% chance of rain. We'll see if it comes or not.
I know, usually when we say it's going to rain, it doesn't rain, and usually when we say it's going to, it does.
Get out there and wash your cars if you want some rain.
Yeah. We'll be right back after a quick word from Condos, Diamonds, and Coins.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Concho's Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Concho's Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Concho stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Concho's at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
Thank you for watching the Live Daily News Show.
The only locally owned news show in the Concho Valley.
Go like us on Facebook, X, and other social media platforms.
And download the San Angelo Live mobile app.
For the Live team, I'm James Bellini.
And I'm Tessa.